Okay. Can you state your gamer tag, your clan, your favorite class, and subclass?
My gamer tag is Dr. Do 7922. A member of Grinding Madness, I should say. And my favorite class is a Titan.
And your favorite subclass?
Favorite subclass I would say is the Defender Titan. I like
Ooh,
to rock the bubble.
nice. Oh, also your favorite exotic weapon or armor, and your favorite loadout.
Favorite exotic I'm gonna say is the Gjallarhorn. As far as weapon is concerned, I think it's just everything that was involved in year one. And then finally getting it and having it drop, it was actually pretty nice. I would say that one's probably my favorite exotic weapon. Favorite armor piece on a Titan. There's a lot of good ones. I've been using the armamentarium, that's what I'm using right now, but
Ooh,
I'd say my favorite is probably the Rune Wing still.
cool, cool. And oh, your favorite loadout was the Galahorn for the Galahorn.
Oh, favorite loadout.
Yeah, your favorite loadout.
I would say probably overall, I would say probably the Fatebringer, Ex Machina, and the Gjallarhorn.
Nice. And okay, second question. How did you feel coming into this game?
I didn't know what to expect. One person just kind of said, "Why don't we get it?" I'm getting it. He gave me the beta code. I tried it out, and I had never played anything like it before. I just knew Bungie made Halo before, and didn't know pretty much how all this was going to play out.
Yeah.
Just like everybody else, there was no real roadmap on how to play and how to actually gather gear efficiently, but was able to do it. And after about 5 months, was able to finally get it. And then during the Dark Below DLC, that was when I met the first members of Grinding Madness, and
Mm-hmm.
we started running the raids, and that was when I got hooked onto the game, and I saw what the game was all about.
Cool, cool. Okay, question number three. If you could remember it, what or when was your most favorite and most hated moment from Destiny 1, years 1 through 3? And it can be anything and more than one moment if you have it.
I think one of my favorite moments is I think when we ourselves, which later on became a group of friends,
Mm-hmm.
um, actually beat we actually beat the raid together, and it was Vogue. By that time, it had already passed. Like Crota was the raid to run, and but we had never all of us had never really had that experience, much less. Well, I mean, I had beaten the raid before with a group of randoms, but this is
Mm-hmm.
with a group of people that I just met, and we had been playing a lot together, and it was pretty nice to do that, make to actually beat it. And I would say pretty much every first completion of every raid that has been released, it's been pretty nice. And I guess we've been very fortunate that we've had a group of people who've been friends with that we've been able to run a lot of the end game content together with.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Most hated, oh, the Quodron mission on in Prison
Prisoner.
of Elders.
Yeah, prison.
They adjusted it, and I'm over level. I still to this day I hate it. Like it'll start, and I just like everything comes back. That is just a not that the first time around that was just not fun. And so I to this day when I hear Quodron Vex, I I just can't. Yeah, that's probably my most hated.
Okay. Um, Question number four. How do you feel leaving this chapter of Destiny behind, and what do you hope to see or do in Destiny 2?
Um, I think I'm at a point where with the game with Destiny 1 that I'm ready to move on from it. I think it's time. I know that there was a time where I think a lot of people, I was probably in the same boat with a lot of people. I was uncomfortable with letting go of a lot of the gear that we've kind of accumulated, and I think I've gotten to a point where I'm ready to see, pretty much where else the game can go, and I'm hoping that in Destiny 2, you know, they still maintain the spirit and the heart that is the game, while at the same time giving us different ways to play um, similar stuff. I know some people don't want a point 0.5, but at the same time, if you change it too much, you end up with a game that is just not what it is. And so
Mm-hmm.
I'm hoping for these cool, crazy exotics and different ways that we can do loadouts, and hopefully they've done things where we change how we use the guns and stuff like that, and
Mm-hmm.
that's really what I'm optimistic for.
Cool, cool. And let me see here. I'm over here losing my place here. Um, out of all the stuff though in Destiny 2, I mean, what do you hope? What do you hope to see or do in Destiny 2? Like, do you want to do? Like, you want to do raid the most? Do you want to do exploring? Do you want to do main campaign to see what's going on?
I'll always want to raid first. I love running the raid, but you know what, man? I'm hoping and I'm really hoping that this time around they give us a good campaign with a good story,
Mm-hmm.
and characters that we can you know enjoy and stuff like that. I think that's what I'm looking forward to. It's mainly the story. I mean, they can't change too much as far as the patrols, and they're just adding another layer to it. So I'm
Yeah.
interested to see what they did to make those changes. But I think the thing I'm looking forward to the most is I'm always into the rating, and I think that's probably my favorite thing to do. Could
Awesome.
run a raid all the time.
And last question: are you excited for Destiny 2?
Yes, I am very, very excited.
You're tired
I'm
and
look.
excited.
I'm tired and excited. No, I'm very, very excited. I can't wait. I'm really looking forward to it. I think they did a lot of good things for us to kind of, tuck this away and, go on to the next game. It's something that we do. I mean, a lot of us did, or at least a lot that I did, playing
Mm-hmm.
other video games before playing this. Um, where we build up a character, then it's just okay, set it aside and go on to the next one. So
Mm-hmm.
I'm really looking forward to see, what is yet to come, and yeah, I'm ready to move on.
Alrighty. Thank you, Severo. Okay. So, first question. State your gamer tag, your clan, your favorite class and subclass, and also your favorite exotic weapon or armor and your favorite loadout.
All right. My name is Shadow Archangel, and my clan is Grindy Madness. My favorite class is the Warlock, and my favorite subclass is the Voidwalker, and um,
Stonecaller.
the Arc one, Stormcaller. Yeah.
Yeah.
My favorite, my favorite, my favorite loadout is of course the Fatebringer. Took me forever to get it. I probably got it like in the middle of the second year, but it's always been my favorite. I also I have a Paleo Contact that's in PvP. Um, Exotic guns, I've always liked the last word. I mean, so far
Mhm.
this last year hasn't been so good, but in the beginning it was really good. I like Red Death. That's always been a good gun for me.
Mhm.
And some of the other pulse rifles have been pretty cool. My favorite armor is the Obsidian Mind, especially with the Voidwalker.
Awesome. Awesome. Okay. Second question here. How did you feel coming into this game?
Um, I felt really good actually. I was up at two, and I remember seeing videos and seeing in magazines that supposedly there was a new game coming out. There was like a poster of the Earth, and I think it was a symbol or the Traveler or a moon. It looked like. the time. I didn't know what, but I think, and all of a sudden this hype started coming that there's this game they spent billion something in it that that's ever and
John, you're cutting out.
sorry, is that better?
Yeah, a little bit better. Okay,
Do
okay.
you want to
Let's.
start? I can start the second question again.
Okay.
Let's
Do
start
you
with
want?
it or
Do you want to just start with the whole thing over again?
um
We can just
how
breeze
are
right
you
through
are
it.
you okay, sounds good.
Okay. So, first question. State your tag, your clan, your favorite class and subclass, favorite exotic weapon or armor, and your favorite loadout.
Okay. My name is Shadow Archangel and my clan is Grindy Madness. Favorite class is Warlock and the favorite subclass is Voidwalker and the Stormcaller. I always felt that those two are good support subclasses. I feel you can take out a bunch of ads. Favorite loadout has always been Fatebringer. It took me forever to get it, but I finally got it and I was really happy. I'm glad they brought it back. It's maybe not as great as it used to be, but it's still pretty good.
Mhm.
As far as exotics, I've always liked the Last Word, although this last year hasn't been very good to it. Um, they nerfed it and it's not as good as it used to be. The
Mhm.
Hawk Moon's been pretty good. I've always liked that one too, and also the Red Death. Um, my favorite armor has always been the Obsidian Mind. With the Voidwalker, man, that thing would
Mhm.
would help me out a lot.
Okay. Question number 2. How did you feel coming into this game?
I was pretty excited actually. I used to play Halo. I played Halo 1 and 2, and I don't remember if I played
Mhm.
3, but I remember seeing in magazines and on YouTube videos that there was this game coming out. They showed a poster from one of the games, and I don't remember which one it was, but it was a small poster, and it had the Earth, and it had what looked like a moon on top of it. And at the time, I was like, okay, what's that supposed to be? But all of a sudden, people started talking about it, and this game that was supposed to be, I think it was $500 million, the most expensive game ever,
Mhm.
and that
Mhm.
this was supposed to be a 10-year game, and it was going to be expansive. There was going to be tons of worlds and stuff like that, and I remember hearing more and more of it, and I was getting more and more excited, hearing about it. And
Mhm.
I ended up pre-ordering it. And I remember at that time, GameStop gave us, if you pre-ordered, 3 beta codes. So I gave one to one of my best friends, Dr. Du Severo,
Mhm.
and I gave it to another friend, Ruben, Black Ops. And I remember playing the beta. Black Ops wasn't into it, so he never
Mhm.
really entered it. So I gave it to another friend,
Mhm.
and I was excited. It was a new game. I love shooters. I
Mhm.
was pretty excited coming into this game.
Cool, cool. Question number 3. If you could remember it, what or when was your most favorite, and most hated moment from Destiny 1, years 1 through 3? And it can be anything and more than one moment if you want.
Okay. Yeah, I have several favorite moments, but I'll start with the worst moment.
Okay.
Honestly, I think the King's Fall raid was my worst moment. I mean, don't get me wrong, it was fun. The fights were cool. It was
Mhm.
cool figuring that stuff out and seeing the YouTube guys and seeing their tactics. But I just think the raid was too long. I mean, they
Yeah.
had too much space in between,
Mhm.
and I mean, the downtime is cool because you can talk about the fight, but once you've gone over the fight several times, I mean, the downtime was just a drag.
Mhm.
Um, and I remember playing it. We were grinding that forever and ever, and we would beat it. We beat it multiple times, and we try to beat it different ways and different techniques and stuff like that. But it just felt like it was too long. We'd play half of it one night, and then the next night we'd finish it, and then we'd play
Mhm.
half of it the next night, and then finish it the night after that. And I don't know. It's just it kind of burned me out a little bit. I had to take a little bit of break after that, but it
Mhm.
was it was it was okay, I guess. My favorite moments, we're just starting out. I mean, this game was fresh. It was new. It was something different. I mean, it wasn't totally an RPG, but it wasn't totally a shooter. And at first started out with one of my best friends, Dr. Du, and
Mhm.
just figuring out the game because there wasn't a complete guide, and we're figuring out how to level up. And I remember, you know, just those times were really good. I mean,
Mhm.
uh, he'd beat a stage before me because I wasn't able to play that much, and then I'd get on, and then he'd tell me, "Hey, this is what we got to do." So, or I got stuck at this part. Let's see if we can figure it out, and we breeze right through it or whatever. Since it was both of us,
Yeah.
uh, that was also fun. And then going along with that, as we were playing, we started realizing and started seeing YouTube videos that in order to level up to max light level, which I think was 20 at the time,
Mhm.
19 or 20, you had to actually beat the raid. So, I mean, I was stuck at 17 forever because, I mean, that's almost as high as you can go without, getting lucky.
Mhm.
And, realizing that we needed a clan. And I remember, we'd play strikes and we'd meet some good people, and if they would help us out or they would be kind of awesome, we'd shoot a friend request to them, and if they stuck around, that was awesome. If they didn't, well, I mean, that was cool. But
Mhm.
we met some good people, which of course, I mean, you're one of them,
Mhm.
and
Thank you.
started, of course, started playing, almost practically every night. I mean,
Yeah.
that was fun, doing our daily things, getting through the grind of the day and
Mhm.
finally realizing that maybe we should start a clan. We're getting together nightly. Why not? So
Mhm.
one night we had seen a video, or one day we saw a video, and this guy was just talking about how that grind for the loot is what kept them. He at that time he had the Suros regime. I haven't never had that gun at the time, and I was like, what is that? And he's talking about, and the Vex Mythoclast, and we were talking, and he said a phrase that later became our clan name. He said, it's just that grindy madness. You have to keep grinding for that next piece of loot that's going to be better, and something better is going to come around. And
Mhm.
so one night I just figured, you know what? I'm just going to bite the bullet. I'm just going to start a clan, and let's see if people join. And I was just actually having people join our clan and want to be part of it and just have that name, it,
Mhm.
just all of us together, just knowing that, we can get on together and we can have fun and we can get along, and do something, help somebody out, someone struggling. Hey, let me take you here, or you know what, I can't beat this stage. Hey, you know what, we'll get you through it, or hey, look on this raid, this is what you do. It's just, I think that was awesome, the fact that we were able to do that for each other.
Yeah. Okay. Question number 4. How do you feel leaving this chapter of Destiny behind, and what do you hope to see and or do in Destiny 2?
You know what? I actually feel okay. I don't want to leave this behind. I was a little disappointed at first because, like I said, I mean, I'd invested a lot in this game, and
Mhm.
I had heard it was going to be a 10-year game. So, I thought, well, I mean, why are we going to Destiny 2 when we can just continue Destiny 1? But I feel all right. We've done a lot. We've accomplished a lot in this game, and seeing now from the beta of Destiny 2, I think it's going to be all right. Some of the changes, are different, but we just got to see how it works. And what I
Mhm.
hope from Destiny 2 is the story. I'm just excited for the story. The Grimoire was awesome, but I want to see it in the game. I want to be able to see it on my screen. I want to be able to go back to it and not have to use a phone or a laptop or iPad or whatever, but just seeing that story, what's going on, what's going to happen next, where are we being led, you know. I'm disappointed that we won't get to see what happens to the stranger, but maybe that'll be in the future. But I just hope to be able to, just go forward. What's happening with the traveler? What is he? Is he a benevolent thing, or is he, something that's here to harm us? I mean, that's what's driving me. I mean, I think
Mhm.
that's the ultimate question.
Yeah, finding out what the actual thing is. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, it's just hanging there. So, I mean, you start seeing all these theories that, he was with the fallen, and he caused their collapse, and then he comes to us. I don't really believe that. I think maybe the fallen were just greedy and or bad, and he decided to move
Mhm.
on because, whatever. But I guess we'll see. I mean, it's going to be interesting.
Okay. And oh, and what do you hope to see and or do in Destiny 2?
Oh, okay. I think I answered that already.
Oh,
But
you did?
yeah, just a story pretty much. I mean, I just want to go through the game, and I guess I got ahead of myself, huh? But I just want to play the game. I wanna experience the new adventures. I want to see the new things, the new
Mhm.
social spaces. I want to see the new patrols where you can join in and other people, and what's exciting to me is something that I've always wanted. It's like a quasi matchmaking. I like the fact that if you have a clan, you can actually walk people through. You can get other people that just aren't lucky enough to know enough people to let them join you and go through a raid, or at least that's what I understand. I could be wrong, but
Mm-hmm.
it's going to be exciting to let people go with us and maybe even get some new clan members, or maybe just make some good friends, or at the very least, maybe make their night where they finally beat that raid boss and they've never gone through it, and they get that gun that they wanted, or that they've seen, or that piece of armor. I mean, that's going to be exciting to be able to just help somebody,
Mm-hmm.
do something, accomplish something, and maybe make their night, like I said.
Mm-hmm. Okay, and the last question. Are you excited for Destiny 2?
Yes, I'm excited. I can't wait. It's going to come out in a couple of days, and the beta was okay. We'll see how it goes. I'm excited to see where what it brings.
Awesome. Well, thank you, Jen. Okay,
All right.
so state your gamer tag, your clan, your favorite class and subclass.
Okay, so my name is Kikitok81, and I'm an alcoholic. Just kidding. Kikitok81, clan, Granny Madness. Favorite class, Hunter. Subclass would be, what'd you say, the Shadow Walker?
The Night Stalker.
Night Stalker. Why do I keep saying
Yeah.
Shadow? Oh, yeah, yeah, Night Stalker, dude. Yeah, that's my favorite.
Okay. Question number. Oh, sorry. Adding on to that first question, what is your
Yeah.
favorite exotic weapon or armor, and what is your favorite loadout to run?
Okay. Favorite exotic and favorite armor is actually my favorite loadout, which is Bad Juju with Crest of Alpha Lupi, or Lupi, however it is you pronounce it.
Uh huh.
Lupi, Lupi, or whatever it is, you know which one. And then you combine that with the Voidwalker. Yeah, Voidwalker. Yeah, Voidwalker, like black hole
Uh huh.
subclass, and it's got an option where it just spawns more orbs, dude.
Yeah, yeah. And okay. Question number two. How did you feel coming
Yeah.
into this game?
Okay. I was kind of excited. Uh, I wanted to try it out. Like I like these kind of games, dude. Thought they were pretty fun. And then heard it was like an open world type of thing. I was like pretty excited about it. And yeah, disappointed a few times, but it was a good buy.
Awesome. Okay. If you can remember it, what or when was your most favorite and most hated moment from Destiny 1, and it can be anything in more than one moment.
Okay, so up until a few minutes ago, my my most hated memory like has been updated. No, I'm just kidding, man. Just kidding. My most favorite and my most hated was the same one. When I first got the game, day one, it was Iron Banner week. So the only one online at the time was Sevetto,
Uh-huh.
and we didn't even do like the mission mode. We went straight into Iron Banner, and I had the default loadout. I was like a low level scrub, and I went in, balls deep, man, and I kept getting hit. This fucking dude, man, Jackman. I will never forget Jackman.
Jap
He's the one
man.
that Christian me. Yeah, Jackman Christian me into Iron Banner, and I got brutally raped in those matches. So like, I was frustrated, but I was having fun.
Yeah.
It was fun. So it was my most hated and my most favorite memory.
Okay.
So yeah.
Question number four. How do you feel about leaving this chapter of Destiny behind, and what do you hope to see and or do in Destiny 2?
Fuck Destiny 1, dude. Fuck this game. Fuck, man. It was a lot of fucking bullshit with the guns, the fucking, what is it, RNG Jesus? Is that what they call them?
Yeah, Orange Jesus.
Yeah, fuck the Vex. Fuck the Vault of Glass. Fuck everything, dude. Fuck this game. I was actually pretty tired of it, like, after year 3. Oh, and
Uh-huh.
then that fucking bullshit, DLC, the Wolf
House of Wolves.
uh,
House of
House of
Wolves.
Wolves. That fuck that DLC. Other than that, it was okay, man. Some of it made up for it, but there was just a lot of nerfing, a lot of buffing, a lot of changes, like so many changes, dude.
Yeah.
So yeah, but other than that, I mean, the first year was pretty fun.
Okay. And oh, what do you? Let me see. Um, what do you hope to see and or do in Destiny 2?
Okay, what do I hope to see? You just changed up the question. I don't remember that question. Well, what do I hope to see?
Yeah, no, it
Uh,
was part of that fourth one. The fourth one was, how do you
oh,
feel
okay,
about?
okay,
Yeah, you got it, you got it.
okay. Well, just a better balance in weapons, man, and matchmaking options. Uh, oh, no issues with the servers. But that's probably not gonna happen.
Yeah,
It's like
I feel like there's gonna be probably some lag somewhere doing
wishful
something.
thinking. There's gonna be bugs. There's gonna be issues, but I hope it's not as bad as it was with this game.
Yeah, yeah, they've had a lot of time to learn, so hopefully it'll be good. And
I agree. I agree.
last question: are you excited for Destiny 2?
Yeah, man. Yeah, I'm pretty excited, dude. When the beta came out, just that mission they had the Crucible and the little mission you go through.
The
I
strike,
thought that was pretty
the
interesting,
was
man.
it
Yeah, the
nice?
strike. It
Is it the
was.
inverted spire? Is that what it's called? The inverted spire
Yeah,
or something?
that one, man. And you get horde after horde of just shit happening all around you. You know, it's like it was a lot. So I thought like just for
It
the beta,
yeah,
that's it was a lot. So I was like, whoa,
it's a lot of intensity. Yeah, I loved it.
yeah,
It
dude, it
was
was
awesome.
action packed, dude. It was pretty cool.
Awesome. Well, thank you, Kike, and we'll see you into Destiny 2, sir. Oh, there it is.
Yeah, check out,
There it
yeah,
is.
check out that glute. Look at that glute.
Uh,
Yeah,
that's Big Daddy Dick right there.
right there, Big Daddy. Well, that's a big booty dick. Wait, no, that's not even. That doesn't make sense.
Big Daddy
But
Booty. Big Booty Daddy.
yeah, let me go. All right, man.
All right, thank you, Kike.
Yes, sir.
So, you can state your tag, your gamer tag, your clan, your favorite class and subclass, and if you want your favorite exotic or favorite loadout, whichever you want to do.
So you tell me when, or we've started.
Yeah, just go ahead. Just go ahead.
Okay. Well, my gamer tag is Alethea. My clan is the Grinding Madness clan. My favorite class is Warlock. Uh, Subclass is using the Sun Singer. My favorite article, or my favorite armor piece, is the Sunbreakers. I especially like them because of the grenade that I use with it. Gives me a double grenade, and the grenade lasts longer. Now,
Nice. And how did you feel coming into this game?
oh, I was excited to come into this game. I was really excited to come into this game. I was really inspired by you and Severo, or Dr. Do,
Mm-hmm.
and all the other players, Elise Moth, and especially because it was through him that I would watch, through Elise Moth and through Dr. Doom, who I would watch stream Destiny, and I would watch you guys play.
Mm-hmm.
And when Taken King came out, I was really inspired to learn. This game was my first time ever learning a first-person shooter game. So that motivated me to learn and play with you guys. I wanted to
Nice.
play with you guys, so yeah.
Okay. And if you could remember it, what or when was your most favorite, and or most hated moment from Destiny 1? And it can be anything and more than one moment if you want it to be.
Okay. Well, I remember my most hated moment was doing King's Fall for the first time. And
Mm-hmm.
it was in the area of the ships, doing the jumps.
The ship
That
jumps.
was my, yes, the jumping ship puzzle was my most hated moment, because when I had joined that fire team, at the time I could not make the jumps, and I couldn't understand why. And I remember being left behind and trying to jump onto the first damn ship.
Mm-hmm.
Upon all this experience now that I have, it all ended up being that my agility was too low. And not, that was one of my most hated moments. But as far as what was one of my most favorite, I have more than one. And it was
Okay,
always
yeah.
completing any kind of raid or activity with my clan members, with you, with Dr. Do, with anyone.
Awesome.
Was always the best.
And how do you feel leaving this chapter of Destiny behind? And what do you hope to see and or do in Destiny 2?
Well, I feel good about leaving this chapter of Destiny behind. I feel that I completed as much as I could in the game. I'm satisfied with achieving and completing my books,
Mm-hmm.
in gaining all the items that I would have ever liked to have acquired. Maybe two things, just a shell from Crota and maybe some sparrows, which, give or take, would have been nice to have just to collect.
Yeah.
Otherwise, what I'm looking forward to in Destiny 2, I am looking forward into the new gameplay, the new style, learning the new activities, interfacing and playing with the NPCs. I think that's something that's going to be up and coming and really fun to do.
Awesome. And last question, are you excited for this game?
Extremely excited. I'm extremely excited to start this game and to play it with you, with Dr. Do, and with all the other guys in our clan, and any new members that we should acquire. Most definitely.
All right. Thank you, Ali.
Awesome. Yes.
Alrighty, sir. State your tag, clan, favorite class, and subclass. And if you want, your favorite exotic or weapon loadout, whatever you choose.
Alright. So, I'm Kate Ventura. I'm part of Grinding Madness. And my favorite subclass is Warlock, Master Race. And, yeah, Master Race. And, my favorite well, I don't have like one favorite exotic. I have like several favorite exotics. One of them being, Pocket Infinity.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and, what's another one? Well, besides Pocket Infinity, I also like Dreg's Promise, Lord of Wolves, Queenbreaker's Bow. Uh,
Awesome,
I
awesome.
I also like Fourth Horseman.
Oh yeah.
What else? Oh man, there's many there's many exotics that I like, but those are like the usual ones that I like
Yeah.
to use. And yeah, so but one of my favorite exotic armor pieces is Transversive Steps, because it's like really useful. And yeah.
Awesome.
Oh, also one more exotic that I also like is Dragon's Breath, because of the surplus perk and the fact that it just burns stuff.
Nice. Okay,
Yeah.
Ventura. How did you feel coming into this game?
Well, I don't know. I mean, like, I essentially was just coming into this game blind because I absolutely knew nothing about this game. Um, my buddy Wyatt at school, he actually introduced me to this game, and this was before I had a PS4. And he would be like, "Hey, so there's this game called Destiny, and it's pretty cool." And he would like go in depth about warlocks and like their really cool abilities.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, and and then on my birthday, I finally decided to get a PS4, and I decided to get the Destiny ed the the Destiny edition of that came with the PS4.
Nice.
And yeah, so it's just a plain white one, 500 gigabytes.
Mm-hmm.
Came with a plain white controller. And yeah, so I've beat the game in um like probably I'd say a week. It took me to beat the campaign,
Yeah,
but
the
I
story
remember,
wasn't too long.
yeah. But when I first played, it was with my sister. Like
Mm-hmm.
she was the one that like first made the character. Like she first made a Titan, and then it was like the beginning of the game, and she legitimately got scared of the intro. like where you're like fighting through the Fallen with the Kvastov. Uh,
What?
that yeah, she got scared because it was like all dark and stuff and intense.
Yeah.
But yeah, and then the day later, I would be like playing and doing missions as a Titan, but
Mhm.
then I decided to make a new character, and s- just ended up sticking to the Warlock because that was like sort of like the class that I had a habit of sticking to.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. If you could remember it, what or when was your most favorite and most hated moment from Destiny 1, years 1 through 3, and it can be anything and more than one moment if you want it to be.
Okay. Well, besides all the private match PvP raging I would do with Ollie and James and all of them booches. Um, well, starting from year one, one of the most memorable moments
Mhm.
was when I first did Vault of Glass on hard mode, and this
Mhm.
was like during Dark Below, I
Mhm.
think, like at the end of Dark Below or in the middle, but whatever. So this was like during Dark Below, and that was like at the time when I was finally like high level to
Yeah.
high enough level to like do raids and stuff.
Uh huh.
And yeah, so we were just in there for like hours and hours, and and I was hoping to get a Vex Mythoclast,
Uh huh.
and next thing you know, I actually get a Vex Mythoclast on my very first run in Vault of Glass on hard mode, which was kind of crazy.
Yeah.
And then and I also remember another time when I was just doing a strike and I just ended up getting a plan C after I completed the strike.
Yeah.
But but mainly, but in general, my most memorable moments were just the moments in year one when I would get exotics because back in year one, exotics were actually more they actually had more meaning and like more value to them because they were actually hard to get and legitimately the rarest item in the game to get.
Mhm.
And yeah,
Okay.
and then
Your most
in
hated
year
moment.
yeah, my most hated moment. I don't know.
Like,
Um,
did you ever have any moments where you were playing with the clan and you were like this close to beating something and then just something happened and bam, it took it away just like that?
I I don't I don't really know. I mean, like there's a few times in trials, but I don't know. I mean, like there's a few moments where I'm like, nah, but I don't know. My most hated moments would usually just be from Trials of Osiris, cause fuck that game mode.
Nice. Okay.
But yeah,
And
um,
okay, Winter,
uh,
I'm gonna go and move to the next question, dude. How do you
okay.
feel about leaving this chapter of Destiny behind, and what do you hope to see or do in Destiny 2?
Well, I mean, like I will just memor. Well, I don't know how to explain it, but I don't know. It just feels like moving on.
Mm-hmm.
Well, besides, I don't know how to explain it, but how I feel about moving on from Destiny 1. I will miss it every now and then, but because like the game, like it's taken a huge turn over time. I mean, like 3 years,
Mm-hmm.
and the game just changed a lot. It's crazy experiencing and being part of that change from year one to year three,
Yeah.
and and going into year four for Destiny 2, it's kind of crazy because the game just took another drastic change,
Mm-hmm.
and to be honest, I will miss Destiny 1, but I am really excited to move on and just go right into Destiny 2.
Okay. And and what do you hope to see and or do in Destiny 2? What are you what are you like most looking forward to? to do in Destiny
Well,
2?
I'm more, I'm really looking forward into making more memories, like, like, like starting from year one for
Mm-hmm.
Destiny 2, like, I'm hoping to make those memorable moments like Destiny 1, where I actually feel invested in the exotics I get rather than having the value of those exotics be sort of dumbed down. Like, I am hoping that there's some sort of investment and struggle
Mm-hmm.
to get those exotics. Like, I remember in year one,
Mm-hmm.
the Thorn bounty was a bitch to solo
Yeah, it
because it was
was.
yeah, like the epic modifier, that shit had me fucked up. I couldn't solo it at all. Like, you really needed a fire team to do that.
Mm-hmm.
And when I got it, it was just very, very relieving because it just felt like I just had an elephant just get off my chest
Yeah.
because it was just such a struggle to get the thorn for me in year one. And it was very relieving and very satisfying because that was when the thorn was really good. And yeah, so I'm hoping to finally be invested in my exotics again, uh, compared to now because I mean, like, I'm not really invested in the exotics I get right now because it's just way too easy to get exotics.
Yeah.
And yeah.
Okay, and
So
last
yeah,
question, sir. Are you excited for this game?
for Destiny 2,
Yes.
yeah. I mean, like, I'm really
Yeah.
excited. But yeah, I'm really excited the way it's killing me. Um but yeah, if I had to, I'd just time jump, time warp just to that moment of
Right, right, right.
before Destiny 2 just
Yeah, I
loads
feel you.
up.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and it's just gonna be crazy. Just because it's like New Year, for Destiny because it's a new game, it's a new chapter, and that's sort of how it is every New Year. And I'm just waiting for the ball to drop for Destiny 2.
Yeah. All right. Well, thank you, Ventura. Okay. So, state your gamer tag, your clan, your favorite class, your favorite subclass, and your favorite exotic weapon, armor, or favorite loadout. Cool, cool. And your clan? Okay. And you, sir, your gamer tag, your clan, your favorite class, subclass, and your favorite exotic weapon, armor, or favorite loadout.
Yes. My name is. Keep it serious, one, please.
Oh, okay. No, I'm sorry. Go ahead. Go ahead. Gamer tag?
So, like I was saying
Mm-hmm.
before I was rudely interrupted,
I'm sorry. Go ahead.
my gamer tag is GOC underscore 80. No, I had forgotten for a little bit. I got nervous.
Your clan?
My clan is Grinding Madness. I
Mm-hmm.
am, I am assistant to the assistant manager.
Your favorite class and subclass?
My favorite class is Hunter,
Mm-hmm. And your subclass?
uh, Gunslinger.
Gunslinger. Okay, and alright, so Ramir Tazord, how did you feel coming into this game?
What about my armor, Juan?
Oh, I'm sorry, Gio. Go ahead. Your armor piece. Your armor. Your armor.
You know,
Your favorite exotic armor, weapon, or loadout? Sorry, Gio.
My favorite exotic armor.
It can be weapon, it can be armor, it can be your loadout, whatever you want it to be, sir.
My favorite exotic armor is the bones of ale
The bones of ew.
and the bones of ew.
Yeah.
And my favorite exotic weapon. Um, let's see.
Something
Rama, what was
that's
yours?
something that stood out. Nice, nice,
Oh, mine's the Mida multi-tool.
nice. All right, and Ram. How did you feel coming into this game? Mm-hmm. Okay. Yeah. And Gio, how did you feel coming into this game?
Well, I started off doing a raid, but I was too low level, so you guys basically took me into Crota.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if you recall.
Mm-hmm.
I was just like sitting there in the fucking yeah. They literally told me to sit in a corner. But then like I raised my light level,
Mm-hmm.
and I like the first time I started talking was when I was playing with Saveto and Earl.
Mm-hmm.
We were doing I think it was a Tanic strike. Yeah, and I got to know them first, and then I got to know you guys through them.
Awesome. Okay, and Ram, if you could remember it, what or when was your most favorite moment, um, and most hated moment from Destiny 1? And it can be anything, and more than one moment if you want from Destiny year 1 through 3. If you have a favorite moment and a most hated moment. Yeah, like a most triumphant moment. Mm-hmm.
Remember, it was like more 5 minutes.
Okay, and your most hated moment? Or anything that you hate about
I
the game. Just anything if you can think about you hate about the game or hated moment.
I can think of something.
Yeah. Oh yeah, like it's on you. Yeah. Okay, and Gio, your most favorite moment from Destiny's year 1 through 3, and most hated moment from years 1 through 3 if you have them.
Well, favorite moment favorite moment it happens like it's an occurrence, so it happens like every now and then,
Mm-hmm.
and I still think it'll happen throughout the years as we keep playing this game.
Mm-hmm.
When everybody just let's Ram have it about the cartwheel. Well, my favorite moment is when they give you shit about it.
Okay, and your most hated moment, Gio?
Most hated moment
Mm-hmm.
when Ram did the cartwheel.
The people that don't know, yeah, well, what is the cartwheel?
Oh, he basically tried to be a smartass and he fucking stuck his trip mine grenade on the wall and he stayed there until the damn thing blew up in his face and he cartwheeled in the air. Thus the nickname Captain Cartwheel.
Nice. Okay. And okay, so Ram, How do you feel leaving this chapter of Destiny behind, and what do you hope to see or do in Destiny 2? Mm-hmm. Nice. Mm-hmm. Aww.
You
And
totally stole my lines.
what do you hope to see or do in Destiny 2, Rem? Cool, cool. And you, Gio? Yeah, as long as they
What
don't
the
fuck
fuck?
it up. And Gio, you? How do you feel about leaving this chapter of Destiny behind, and what do you hope to see it or do in Destiny 2?
I mean, it was well spent. We had a lot of laughs and stuff. It was, it was, uh, it was a cherishable memory
Mm-hmm.
hanging with you guys. And I think that we're gonna have a lot more fun going into the unknown that is Destiny 2.
Nice. I can't wait to, man. And last question for both y'all guys. Are y'all both excited for this game? What's up? Why? Ow. Mm-hmm. Yeah,
Or you can just you can just purchase the season pass.
yeah. Okay, and Gio? Are you excited for this game, Gio?
Well, yeah, so long as all the rage quits and the retarded shit that we do stays.
Yeah, it will. It will. The salt is real, sirs. Thank you so much, guys. Okay, you can go ahead and state your gamer tag, your clan, your favorite class, and subclass.
Alrighty, the name's El Presidente 56. I'm part of Grinding Madness. Whoop whoop. Also, I'm a Warlock main, and I do the Void Walk.
The Void Walk. Okay, Mikey. And oh, also, what is your favorite um, exotic weapon or armor, and what is your favorite loadout?
Favorite exotic weapon? I would have to say Patience and Time.
Patient in time?
Because it's a whole lot of what I don't have.
Okay. And what is your favorite loadout? What do you like to run most of the time?
Most of the time, scout rifles, snipers, and if I'm running Warlock, a Ophidian aspect, of course.
Okay. Um, Second question, how do you feel coming into this game? How did you feel?
Uh, in the beginning,
Uh-huh.
I felt pretty anxious to get started. But right about when the expansions came out, I just lost interest for a while. I didn't have anybody to run with.
Okay. And question number 3, if you could remember it, what or when was your most favorite and most hated moment from Destiny 1, years 1 through 3, and it can be anything and more than one moment if you want.
My most hated moment was not being able to run it with anybody. Not doing the raids, pretty much anything like that. Just basically soloing the whole game. Sucked.
Okay. And your most favorite moment?
It was actually getting to meet Grinding Madness.
Yay!
That's the most fun I've had in a game while joining up with all these bunch of yahoos.
Yeah, all these booches.
All these booches, they ain't squee. Nah, they squee.
And okay, question number 4. How do you feel leaving this chapter of Destiny behind, And what do you hope to see and or do in Destiny 2?
Not sad to say that. I'm not saying it's sad to leave. We get to start a brand new chapter. Plus, I want to go kick freaking Gaul in the balls. Or the Cabals.
And kick Gone the Cabals.
Jeez.
Okay, and what do you okay, besides kicking Gone the Cabals, what do you hope to see and or do in Destiny 2? Is there anything that stood out to you that you would really want to do?
Really, the only thing I want to experience is what the story is like this time.
The story, better story?
Yes. I want to see what culminates from it. Basically, what they came up with.
Okay. And last question, Mikey. Are you excited for this game, Destiny 2?
Oh, fuck yeah.
Alright, well, thank you, Mikey.
Thou art welcome.
Thou art welcome. Alright.